If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves, and pray and seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven, and will forgive their sin, and heal their land. This verse comes right after that temple dedication. Solomon has finished building the temple. The people have gathered. Sacrifices have been made, and the glory of the Lord has filled the house. Then God speaks to Solomon at night. And what he says is interesting, because it's not primarily about the building. It's about the condition of the people. God describes a future moment when Israel may face drought, locust, or plague, times when things go wrong. And in that context, he gives this principle. If my people will humble themselves. Notice where it starts. Not with political power, not with military strength, not with fixing everything else. It starts with humility. Humility means recognizing that the problem may not just be out there. Sometimes the problem starts with God's own people drifting, compromising, or losing their focus. Think about riding a bicycle when the handlebars slowly drift out of alignment. At first, it's subtle. The ride still works, but you notice you're pulling slightly to one side. If you ignore it long enough, the ride becomes harder and harder. Eventually, you realize the issue isn't the road. The issue is alignment. That's what humility does. It admits something may be off and needs correction. Then God says, and pray and seek my face. Prayer here isn't just reciting words. It's turning attention back toward God. Seeking His face means pursuing relationship with Him. Not just asking for solutions, but drawing near to Him personally. In other words, this isn't about a quick emergency prayer when things fall apart. It's about genuinely reorienting life towards God again. Then comes the harder part. Turn from their wicked ways. That's repentance. Rule of repentance means changing direction. It means acknowledging that certain behaviors, attitudes, or patterns are not aligned with God's ways and choosing to leave them behind. Notice the order. Humility, prayer, seeking God, and repentance. And then comes the promise. Then I will hear from heaven, forgive their sin, and heal their land. The healing God describes flows out of restored relationship. When people turn back to Him, forgiveness and restoration follow. Now, this verse is often quoted in conversations about national revival or cultural renewal, and there's certainly a principle there. But the verse actually begins somewhere more personal. If my people. It starts with those who had already belonged to God. The application for believers today is pretty direct. First, humility must come before renewal. It's easy to diagnose the problems of the world. It's harder to examine our own hearts and ask where we've drifted. Secondly, prayer should be relational, not mechanical. Seeking God's face means pursuing Him, not just asking Him to fix circumstances. Third, repentance is part of spiritual restoration. Turning from what we know is wrong is not punishment. It's the path back into alignment with God. And when that happens, healing follows. Just like adjusting the handlebars on a bike instantly makes the ride smoother, realignment with God brings clarity, stability, and direction back into life. So as this work week begins, this verse is a good reminder. If something feels off, spiritually, personally, or even in the broader world, the starting point isn't panic. The starting point is humility, prayer, and turning back towards God. And God's promise still stands. When His people return to Him, He listens, He forgives, and He restores. Thank you for joining me as we begin this here work week. Happy Monday. And may the Most High shower you and your home with blessings and shalom this week. I hope to see you here tomorrow. And until then, Abba willing, shalom, shalom.